Today I'm going to be showing you a Boker tree brand Stockman. You've got your spade blade and your sheep's foot, and you got your standard blade. This one's a normal size, regular size length. It's not the small one. Picked this one up the other day. Picked it up at my local co-op. If you're looking for Bokers, usually you can find them at your local co-op. They're usually a knife dealer. This one's put together pretty nicely. The blades are nice and sharp with the black handles. The springs are nice and tight in it. You've got the D2 steel in it. It's all done very tightly. Straps in the back. Bolsters is polished real nice. The blades, the two small blades, barely rub, just a little bit back here. So I don't know if all of them's like that. It may bother some people. You can see they're just a little bit close. Doesn't really bother me. I mainly use my knives as tools, so it don't really matter. Some people that collects them can get kind of picky on the way they're made. But you can generally pick these up at your local co-op in the $50 range. It's got the Boker Germany shield on it. I picked this one up I think for around 56 or 57 after tax. And here's the box and the number. So if you're looking to pick one up, this is the number for this one. Now you can also get these online. They have a online Boker USA. You can order these from Boker if you can't find them anywhere locally. But I always like the black bone jigged handles. Now the small pins here is a little bit smaller than the center pin. Some people makes a big deal about it, but I don't see a whole lot of a difference in a small pin and a big pin. I can see having a big pin down here because that's your main springs right here. That's your pivot pin. But other than that, quality's nice. Blades are sharp out of the box. And it's a good sized knife. If you like a good sized knife, some people prefer a real small knife, but now this is a normal size, larger. It's about the size of your standard trapper. I've got a standard trapper. This is the size next to a trapper. So the Stockman, if you're looking for a full-size Stockman, this was one that's the same size as your standard full-size trapper. It's a good-sized knife, three-bladed knife. It's got the D2 steel in it, just like the trapper. So if you're used to a trapper and you like a large knife, then you may want to pick up a Stockman. Or if you have a Stockman and you're looking for a large bladed knife, You may want to go with a trapper. These are two very handy knives to have around. Both of them's got very good blades in them. I got both of mine in the black jigged bone. I've always liked the black jig bone more than most of the others. It just sets off the chrome and has more of a classic look to it. They have got real good springs in them. Made nice and tight and polished really good. Now if you're interested in a trapper like this one, this is going to be your part number you're going to look for it. And it should be in a box like this. These are the traditional series Bokers. But if I've always found more interest in a full-size knife than a small knife. I usually use mine for woodworking and carving and working with wood. They also serve other purposes. You can cut meat and you can whittle with them, or you can carve stuff. You can use them for skinning and gutting rabbits and squirrels and stuff like that. But they're pretty versatile. You can use them if you're out fishing and need to skin and gut a fish. They work quite well for that too. But the black jig bone is one of my favorite. You can see how large these are. So if you're a fan of a Stockman or a trapper, either one, and you're looking for either one of these, you can get them for both of them. Both of them run really close, maybe $1 off. They're both in the $50 range. Pretty good knife for $50. If you need a good knife to carry or use. They're well fitted. Some people's got questions about where they're made at. I don't really know, but the box says made in Germany, but no, I don't know if that's referring to the box or the sticker or the knife. These knives don't have nothing stamped on them indicating where they're made. They just say Germany underneath the tree on them. But most knives, the parts and the raw materials is always usually sourced in other countries and other places. So even if it is sourced outside of Germany or somewhere else, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, because even most of your knives, that your high quality knives, they still have to source the steel in other countries, and sometimes they have to source the bone from other countries. Some knives is sourced from the Germany, but there is a lot of international markets that sells bone and different types of steels and stuff. So it's not really that big of a deal if they are sourced outside of Germany. The Germans has always had manufacturing plants all over the world, just like their cars, Mercedes and Volkswagen. They manufacture cars in almost every country, and the quality is very similar. You're getting almost the same quality. I don't see too much difference in them. Seems like the quality's pretty nice. There is some of these that comes out of China, and they will generally be marked high carbon steel on the back side of the blade. These is usually marked D2. The other ones is a different type of steel from China than these. But these seem to be German made, the way the fitment and finish is on it. They're just a fast production knife. They do have a little, every now and then you'll find a little sharp edge or something here or there where they've manufactured it, but it's generally still real high quality. I don't see much of anything to really complain about for the price. Everything's tightly fitted, well polished. Handles is put on nicely. The emblems is nice and smooth, flush with the knife. I don't see too much. Some people makes a big deal out of it. It could be a big deal if you're paying a big price and you're collecting them and you're on some kind of collector market and they're charging a lot for them. But if you're paying around $50, I don't see much to complain about. Everything's pretty nice on them. They're a very nice knife to carry and use. I don't collect like some people. Some people collect them just to be collecting them. I generally use my knives, so I'm generally looking for a good quality knife with a fairly decent price. So this is kind of what appeals to me. Now, if you're just looking for a good knife to carry and use and stuff like that, this would probably be something that would be appealing to you. But if you're looking for something really extremely high quality and with a lot of collector value and stuff, these may not be what you're looking for. These are more what I would call like a high quality economic knife. They're made of good quality and provide a good price for someone that's looking for a good quality knife that needs one, that generally uses their knife like a tool. That's what I would consider these as. Boker does make some highly collectible knives. Comes in fancy boxes and all that. You can even get some that's made in Soligen, and it will be stamped on the blade. These just say Germany, so they could have other factories where they assemble these in other parts of Germany. I'm not real sure, but it's not really anything that I see that would make too much of a difference, as long as the Germans is overseeing the plant and keeping the quality and the price good on them. A lot of the eastern countries like that, in Germany and Russia, they have many factories for a lot of their products, but they usually have Germans or Russians that's overseeing the plants and checking the quality and stuff, so it doesn't really affect me that much. As long as the price is nice and the quality is good. And these has got real good quality, and for the price, I think they're an extremely nice knife. So if you're looking for just a good knife to carry and use, the bolsters is real nice. The pins is polished in real nice in them. The fitment is extremely nice quality. But if you're looking for either one of these knives, you can generally pick them up at your local co-op. Co-op is here in the States is a farming supply. Now there's other stores in other parts of the world it's called co-op, but here in the United States we call it co-op, but it's a farm supply. And generally most of them sell pocket knives. You can check with them if you're looking for a pocket knife. If you can't find it, then you can generally get it from Boker, USA. They have an online site with all the different knives. So if you're looking for any of their products, if you're looking for a special knife or something, you can order it online. But I have used this knife for a couple of days now and not had any problems with it. It cuts smooth. The blades are nice. You got 3 blades. Got your standard blades generally you use the most. I generally like a knife that's either a 2 blade or a 3 blade. I don't like to get a whole lot of blades because then you got to worry with keeping them clean and making sure they don't rust, and generally you're only using 2 blades out of 4, so 3 is about what you need. That is the 2 that I generally carry and use. And hopefully that'll help someone that's trying to determine size. Now they make many different sizes in both of these knives, but these 2 are full size. And give you another look at the numbers on these so you can look for them. Now the top one's going to be your standard trapper number for your standard black jig trapper, and then this is going to be your number for your Stockman full size. So if you're looking to pick up either one of these knives, this is the 2 numbers you'd need to reference. Now they got different handles, and the ones with different handles I think might have different numbers. I'm not real sure on the numbers for the different colored handles, but maybe that'll help someone that's trying to pick out a knife and needs a full-size knife, because it can be tricky because if you're looking online or you see them, a lot of times it's kind of hard to distinguish between the smalls and the mediums and all the different sizes they make in these. These are your standard full-size pocket knives. You can see just how large they are when you put them in the palm of your hand. So if you're looking for a good full-size knife with a good size to it, some of the small knives is kind of hard to handle. They're so small in your hand. So hopefully this will help someone that's looking for a good full-size knife in a Boker. Now they do make a Congress or a Congressman. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but now it's a 4-bladed knife, and I may eventually pick one of those up. But I generally use a Stockman, or I use a trapper for most work that I do. But maybe this will help someone in determining on what type of knife they're looking for.